everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another decorating for Christmas video. So we are going to be decorating my bedroom for Christmas. Now I don't want to take up too much time, but I did want to say that my room was just really messy. So I wanted to go in, tidy up the room, give it a really good clean. That way I had a fresh start before I brought in the Christmas decor. So if you're not here for the cleaning, that is okay. I will have timestamps throughout. That way you can just skip ahead to the decorating. Also, before we get into today's video, I did want to say a quick thank you to the sponsor of today's video, which is Cricut. Now, I have had my Cricut Joy. I'm pretty sure I have the Cricut Joy. I've had that for 2 years. I made, when my son started kindergarten, I labeled all of his items and his water bottles with my Cricut. I think I have a pantry organization video on my channel where I made all the labels with Cricut. And now Cricut was kind enough to send me their Cricut Joy Extra. This thing is so cool. You can make so much stuff, stickers, signs. I actually added all of these little candy canes to my coffee cup. So I feel like not only is it just really nice to make stuff for you, but I feel like this would be a really good Christmas present, or you could make a lot of your Christmas gifts with the Cricut. So I'm excited to share my DIYs with you guys. So we have the DIYs in today's video, then the cleaning, then the decorating. So let's just get on into it. So this is my Cricut Joy Extra, and if you guys have never heard of Cricut before, Cricut makes smart cutting machines that work with an easy to use app to help you design and personalize almost anything. You can make custom cards, customized apparel, you can customize signs and cups and make stickers. There really are just so many possibilities, but the best thing is that Cricut doesn't require you to have any design experience. So it's super user friendly, it's very easy to learn. So as you can see here, what my first thing that I wanted to make is I wanted to customize one of those glass coffee cups that I have. So I knew I wanted to add some candy canes, so I went into my Cricut design space, typed in candy canes, and then just scrolled through all the different options until I found one that I liked. Then I went ahead and I added them into my canvas, and as you can see, I'm really just playing around with it, making it the right size that I wanted. Like I said, it's so user-friendly, so it told me exactly what size they were. I knew I wanted them about 2 inches long, so I just kept kind of adjusting it. I flipped some of them so they would be facing different ways, and then all you hit is make, and then it will walk you through the step-by-step process. It told me when to load in my smart vinyl paper, and then it just went to cutting. And as you can see, it's cutting it out here. It's super fast. Now all I'm doing here is I'm cutting that vinyl paper just so I'm not wasting any of the space that wasn't used. And then I'm taking my Cricut weeder and pulling off all of this extra vinyl paper. And it's really neat because it has a very fine tip, as you can see. So obviously, since I chose candy canes, there were tons of tiny little pieces. So this weeder made it so easy just to get those all off. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking my Cricut transfer tape, putting it on top of that, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna pick up those candy canes and put them onto the transfer tape, so then I can put that onto the cup. So as you can see, I used my little scraper to get those stuck on there, and now all I'm doing is putting it in the right spot on the cup where I want it, and then scraping it on and pulling off that transfer paper, and that is it. It was so easy. I just went around and added all the candy canes into different areas, and I feel like it turned out so cute. This would make such a great gift. I feel like it would be perfect for friends, families, teachers. So as you guys saw when I was scrolling through and I was looking at all the different candy cane options, there are so many images to choose from, but not only that, you can add your own text. They have personalized ones, so there might be like an image of candy canes with a name at the bottom, and then all you have to do is go in and change out the name. So you can make one for Lauren, one for Katie. It's so simple. So now moving on to the second project, I have this sign that I've had for a few years. I don't use it anymore. I was kind of getting to the point where I just wanted to toss it. So I decided to take some acrylic paint over it, and then I just went into the Cricut design space and searched images. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, so I scrolled through. I typed in Christmas and kind of scrolled through until I found one that I liked. And I found this one that says, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." I thought it was perfect and it would fit the sign perfectly. So once again, I'm just adding it into my canvas, hitting make, and then cut, and it's cutting it out for me, and then repeating that process all over again. It was so simple, So easy to make. You can really bring new life to old signs or pieces that you don't love anymore. They have a get started step-by-step guidance area on their app. They have courses, they have workshops. So it really is just such an amazing machine to have, especially this time of year, to make all of your loved ones gifts. So if you guys are interested, I will have Cricut linked down below, and thank you so much to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so this is what we're working with right now. Now forgive me if while you're watching this video the lighting changes a ton. I have so much difficulty whenever I film in my bedroom. I'm not sure what it is about it, if it's because of the way the sunlight comes through or what, or how like the lights are so far up. I don't know what it is, but the lighting will change throughout the video. It'll be like cool toned, warm tone, cool tone. I have to go in and like edit every single clip. So sorry if that happens in today's video. But as you can see, the room is not super dirty, at least not for my standards, but it is kind of cluttered. So over here we have just a ton of laundry we need to go through. This is all clean laundry. We did a ton of loads of laundry yesterday and we put a ton away, but this is what we haven't gotten to. Also, we've just been sleeping without our duvet cover for a couple weeks. One of us washed it and then we just never put it back on, so we need to put the actual duvet cover on the duvet. Now facing to this side of the room, the dresser is just really cluttered, so I just want to clean that up a little bit. And over here we have this little spot because my 6-year-old's been having a lot of nightmares recently, so we have this for if he needs to come in and sleep in here. So let's get into that, and then after that we will get into the Christmas decorating. I was gonna take this out of the room for the sake of the video, but I just know he's probably gonna come back in here tonight, and it makes the most sense to keep it in here. And I'm thinking about it and I'm like, okay, there's nothing else I'm gonna put here. So I think I'm just going to, for the sake of the video, like lean it up against the wall. I don't think I'm gonna take it out of the room, put it in the hallway, pretend I moved it, and then move it right back after the video, because you know, it's just our life right now. This is in our room. Okay, so I am going to do on my headboard what I do every year. I've done this for like the past 4 Christmases because I love how it turns out, and I feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it. So this garland I got a few years ago from Walmart. I think it was like $9.98, but it is my favorite one for above the bed. It's not very like drapey or swoopy, so I don't love it for like the railing or the mantle, but for my headboard it works perfectly. I love that it has the different color greenery and it lights up, and it was super affordable. So I always put this up with a few command hooks, and then I also add this, what is this? What am I thinking of? It hasn't even came on the screen yet. You'll see it. It's like a soft, fluffy garland. I feel like it works perfectly in the bedroom. It's not gonna jingle or annoy us in the middle of the night, but it adds another layer of like texture and design, and I really love how they look together. Now, if you've watched any of my Christmas decorating videos, you know that I love decorating with red for Christmas. I love the traditional colors, and I love adding bows. So I knew I wanted to add a couple of bows to the gold sconces just to add a little bit of color and interest. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with this really skinny, long velvet red bow, or the more structured wire bow. So I decided to put one on each sconce and just kind of feel them out and see which one looked the best. Now for pillows. I'll be honest, I'm not someone who usually uses my Euro pillows. I did bring them into the room today for the sake of the video, but typically those stay in the guest room just because I feel like they are such a pain in the butt. They kind of just stay on the floor and take up space if they're in my room. So I wanted to decorate with those in today's video, and then I also wanted to add some of these throw pillows. So I have had these for a few years now. I love them. They're red and white striped. They're actually Ray done. You wouldn't know it, but there is writing on the other side of the pillow, but I just turn it to the other side so that you can only see the pattern. Now, one of the few Christmas decorations I bought this year is this tree. So I found these trees at Michael's and they were only $10. I thought that was a great deal. I love how realistic they look and they have flocking, but it's not too much. However, I'm not a big fan of like the burlap sack look. So I found these little planters at Michael's as well, and they were in the clearance aisle, and I thought they would be perfect. And the trees fit in them perfectly. So that was a really great find. Now, I didn't have a tree skirt for this tree, so what I did is I just found a small blanket that we weren't using and wrapped it around it, and it worked out perfectly. Now that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's a little on the shorter side. I don't do a ton of decorating in the bedroom just because, as you could see in the beginning of the video, my room gets cluttered very easily because, you know, we're in here all the time, and I just didn't want it to be too much, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. I still feel like it's cozy and magical. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you need some more Christmas inspiration, I have a living room decorating video, a kitchen one, entryway, railing. I'll have them all linked down below. I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have some time, I would love for you to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. But thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.